Hi everyone, my name is Charlie and today I'm going to do the Guilty Reader tag because I have nothing better to do with my time. Basically, I saw Dave at Wild Reads do this, I've seen a few other people do it, I thought it was an interesting video, and so I thought, you've got half an hour, let's give it a go. So, the first question. Have you ever re-gifted a book given to you as a gift? I haven't because I don't know that many book readers, so if I don't want a book, or I don't plan on keeping a book, I just donate it to the charity shop or the writers group and someone can have it there. I've never knowingly re-gifted something. 2. Have you ever said you read a book when you haven't? No, not really. I like reading. I tend to read a lot. There's only one instance I can think of when I said that I'd read the entirety of Frankenstein for uni, but I'd only read a certain way through, but then I did end up finishing the book, so that doesn't even count. That doesn't even count. I'm basically an angel of a person, so it's really difficult for me to make mistakes. Have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? Yes. Yes, I have done this. Yes. I have a lot of my friend Abercrombie's books. I have her copy of Cloud Atlas, I have her copy of Orham Pamuk's The Museum of Innocence, I have some other books in here. Last year I discovered a book in my bedroom, had no idea where it came from, and just ended up sending a message to the only person whose book I could think it was. Turned out it was hers. I also still have a copy of someone's book from uni, which I only borrowed because we needed something to look at their work. And then I ended up leaving a bit early and he's never had his book back. I've still got it here on the shelf waiting to give to him one day. Maybe I'll see him, maybe I won't. 4. Have you ever read a series out of order? Yes. Because I think that you can do that with crime series. Oftentimes they just the same characters in different situations. Sometimes there's a bit of follow-on, but you can easily grasp what they're saying. I read one of Erica Spindler's series, it's a duology, I read that out of order. I famously have said that I read the fourth Harry Potter book after having the first read to me because we didn't understand that the fourth one was the fourth one and it wasn't the first one, we thought it was just a bind-up. 5. Have you ever spoiled a book for anyone? Definitely. I couldn't tell you which ones, but I've definitely spoiled them. Simply because sometimes what I think of as what I think aren't spoilers, other people think of as spoilers. And that's just the way it goes. And I spoil books for my mother all the time because she has no intention of reading them, but she wants to know how they're going to end, so I just tell her. Have you ever dog-eared a book? No. No, I haven't. Because for some reason, I'm one of these people who really cares about the aesthetic of a book. And I've tried to get over it. I buy books from the charity shop that are second-hand where the spines are all terrible and they're creased and there are pages dog-eared in there, but I can't actually bring myself to do that to any of my own books. In fact, the only books I have got that are creased are my Harry Potter books, and that's simply because they are quite old now, so even upon rereading them, as I was a child at the time, I didn't really think too much. They're the only books that have any damage that has been inflicted on by myself. And yes, I spilled a cup of tea on my copy of A Chamber of Secrets, and I actually think that that was quite apt considering what happens in that book. 7. Have you ever told somebody you don't own a book when you do? I haven't done this, but I have known that somebody has wanted to read a book that I have on my shelves, and I haven't told them that I own it. They've never asked me if I owned it. I just didn't tell them that I owned it because I didn't want to have to go through the whole thing of lending it to them, possibly never seeing it again. 8. Have you ever told someone you haven't read a book when you have? No. Not done that. I'm just a boring sort of person. 9. Have you ever skipped a chapter or a section of a book? Yes, Anna Karenina. I just couldn't cope with it. I skimmed the last half of that. I do plan on going back to it one day and trying it, but I could not cope with it. I found the prose to be completely boring, and I know it's a lot of people's favourites, but it just wasn't for me. And 10. Have you ever badmouthed the book that you actually liked? No. I don't look at books in a way of bad-mouthing them. If I like a book, I can still see the bad points in it, and if I don't like a book, I can still see the good points in it. And only, like, with some books have I ever got to the point that I actually physically hate them, such as Paulina and Fran and Lady Midnight, and those books I just could not find any redeeming qualities in at all. But I badmouthed them because I just didn't like them. I can't understand why somebody would do that. If you like something, just own that you like it. And also, I kind of question the whole guilty reader thing here, because I try to live a life devoid of guilt, like free of guilt. I just don't see the point of it. I don't see the point of feeling guilty because it's just you allowing yourself to feel sad about something. I'm not about that life. I don't want to be doing that. If you're happy, be happy. And if you've done something that's made you a bit sad, you're going to have to get over it, because you can't spend the next 70 years of your life feeling sad about it or feeling guilty about it. I mean, I will admit, I felt guilty about one thing in my life, and that was that about my sister's dollhouse when she fell on it on Boxing Day and she'd only got it the day before. But I got over that at 21 when I found one at the charity shop, brought it back for her, and it turned out it was too late for a doll's house. And also, it wasn't my fault. We were playing Stars in the Rise, she went left when she should have gone right. I don't plan on tagging anybody because everybody and their cousin has done this video. So if you want to do it, maybe my good friend Lily will do it. Or Lizzie. One of them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.